She's the Oscar nominee for her role in Lorenzo's Oil. He's the star of Bob Roberts and the Players, Susan Sarandon, and Tim Robbins.
In the spirit of the red ribbons being worn here this evening, we'd like to call attention to 266 Haitians that are being held in Guantanamo Bay by the United States government. Their crime, testing positive to the HIV virus.
On their behalf and all the people living with HIV in this country, we'd like to ask our governing officials in Washington to admit that HIV is not a crime and to admit these people into the United States. Thank you.
Which brings us, of course, to editing. In our movie theaters, there are some pictures we watch and others we experience. Both are cut from the same materials. And it's the film editors who do the cutting.
In the early days of making movies, that was considered menial work, and it was left to the girls in the splicing room where they followed directors' orders, one of which was to remain as invisible as their splices.
But smart, gifted women like Viola Lawrence emerged to elevate the cutter's trade to the craft of editing.
In 1934, the Academy created the Best Editing category. Anne Bakken's nomination marked the rise of the splicing room girls to womanhood and full collaboration in filmmaking.
6 years later, she edited Northwest Mounted Police and was honored with an Oscar.
Since then, a lot of other women have nurtured, nourished, and shaped many of the movies we've seen. Here are just a few of those we've experienced, all of which were edited by women who worked alone or teamed with men as equals.
The nominees for film editing are Frank J. Uriosti for Basic Instinct, Can't Pan for The Crying Game, Robert Layton for A Few Good Men, Geraldine Peroni for The Player, and Joel Cox for Unforgiven.
And the Oscar goes to Joel Cox for Unforgiven.
Thank you. 32 years ago, when I started in the mailroom at Warner Brothers, I never dreamed I'd be standing here tonight. I thank you for this honor. I share this honor, this award, with the cast and crew of Unforgiven. David Valdez, Michael Cipriano, my assistant, the entire Malpaso family, Warner Brothers, and especially to my wife, Judy, my children. My heart is pounding. It's something. I thank you. Clint, thank you for 18 years of friendship and support. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
You know what was interesting was one of the editors' names was Can't Pan. It's interesting. Wanted to be a cameraman, obviously, but when they said, "What's your name?" he went, "Can't Pan." I said, "Well, try editing," and I guess maybe that's how that happened. Is Alan Carr producing the show again? Each year,